Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on YouTube? Biggie546. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you're new. Like the video if you like the video. And I won't tell if you click that bell. But let's go ahead and get into this. So the moment we've all been waiting for the past 8, 9, 10, almost 11 months, probably 11 months at this point. Saquon is finally off of the PUP list. I did not expect him to come off this list so quick because he's been working on the side. Yeah, he's been cutting, he's been running, he's been jumping, but it seemed like camp, it seemed like the reports coming out of camp were that he was a little way away from coming back to practice, which would then put him on, on track to come back and play week 1. Now, I was thinking for him to be able to play week 1, probably before the third preseason game, he would probably have to be able to go through a week of practice, full pads, or maybe even full pads just a week, because I think there's 2 weeks after the third preseason game. So he probably would have to be able to go through a full padded practice at least, 1 or 2 times before week 1. So he has about 5 weeks, a month to 5 weeks before he can do that. And he's already back to practice. Got activated off the PUP list this morning, bright and early. Right now, he's going to be doing individual stuff. Of course, he's not going to be, full padded practice, hitting people. He's not going to be doing that. He's not going to be in the team drills, just individual stuff. But that is something that we've been waiting for. That's progress, because if he's doing individual stuff today, maybe by the end of the week, he's catching passes and team drills. Maybe by, in 2 weeks, he's finally practicing in pads. We'll never know exactly where he is because they're going to keep that really hush. And I mean, it's an advantage for your opponents in week 1 not to know if he'll be there or not. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be there. If he's activated, it's August 9th. I think we play, again, 5 weeks from right now. So if he got 5 weeks and he's already practicing, even individually, I think this is just going to be a ramp-up period, sort of what we saw with Kadarius Toney, where you're just going to see him go really slowly for a while, and then eventually he'll be out there in the team drills. I don't expect him, even when he's fully, approved to go, I do not expect him to play in any preseason games just because he's a running back, and they usually don't play star running backs in these full preseason games. It just doesn't happen. Maybe you send him out there for a play or 2 or 3 plays, but other than that, I don't really see any benefit to playing a running back whose shelf is already kind of short. There's no really benefit to playing him in a preseason game. So I expect him to be ready week 1, and that's exciting because I really was thinking that he might not be back week 1. Then you got 4 days after, 3 or 4 days after, to rest between week 1 and week 2 because we got to turn around right to Washington to play that Thursday night game against Washington, the Washington football team. So if he wasn't ready week 1, he would only have 3 or 4 days to get ready for week 2. So that was making it seem like he might not be ready until week 3. But he's back now. He's got 5 weeks to ramp up. I'm confident that these 5 weeks is going to put him right on schedule to make his debut week 1. And we're doing great. All we need is Kenny Golladay back. We just need Kenny Golladay back. I was hoping that the dude could play anything in preseason, but just hold off on that. Let's relax on Kenny Golladay and just hope that he can be ready for week 1 because you do not want to re-aggravate that hamstring. And you just don't want him out there unnecessarily when he doesn't have to be out there. I have confidence that he has enough chemistry with DJ to be good going forward. Also, Oshane Ximines got activated off the PUP list, and that makes now Kyle Rudolph needs to be activated. Rudolph needs to be activated. Aaron Robinson needs to be activated. Ellerson Smith needs to be activated. And I think at that point, we'd be pretty good. I mean, I think we have, I always forget the guy's name, Ryan Davis or Ryan Anderson. His name is one of those 2 names. But he's also an outside linebacker pass rusher for us. And he hasn't practiced yet. I assume that they wanted him to be on the team because the guy, he got signed in like March. So I'm assuming that he's a guy that they want to be part of this team. He's not healthy yet. Lorenzo Carter still needs to be activated. So there's a ton of people that need to still be activated off that list because we're really thin at outside linebacker. I cannot wait to see Ellison Smith in a game. Lorenzo Carter, Ximines, we know what they are. Ximines, I'm hoping, back to what I was saying, him getting activated off this PUP list. I'm just hoping that this dude can come back, get some nice reps in. We're going to be playing against some good teams. I think he'll get some reps against Jedrick Wills in the next couple of weeks. The Patriots have a decent offensive line, so hopefully he'll be able to really get some good reps under him, because I've been calling the guy Ximine Crickets because he's been disappearing, and I haven't really seen the guy. But just to be fair, he started off with 4.5 sacks as a rookie. His second season, he kind of didn't do much, but he also got hurt. Maybe he would have turned the corner. Maybe he would have just taken that next step, but he didn't get a chance to because of injury. Hopefully now him coming back, his third year, mentally he's there. He understands what's going on. This is when you usually see the big jump from pass rushers in year 3. So if Ximines can be a guy who's even a threat to get double-digit sacks on the outside, that is a huge win for the Giants. And we'll see how he plays in practice. I think we'll probably be able to see him participate in padded practice. I'm guessing maybe late this week, early next week, because again, Joe Judge doesn't just send guys back out there. They ramp guys up slowly. They come back off of the PUP list. They do individual stuff. Then they work their way into, more team kind of drills. Then they're doing their 7-on-7 and 11-on-11. And then that's when they put the pads on and you see them going at it 100%. So Ximines is back. Saquon is back. You really couldn't ask for so much more other than the guys that I said that I'll need to come off of that PUP list, like Robinson, like Zoe Carter, like Ryan Davis, I'm pretty sure his name is, and like a Kyle Rudolph. And another thing about Kyle Rudolph is the dude's a veteran. He's been in the league for a while, so you know he's probably got a good understanding of the playbook. But at the same time, he has not had much reps with Daniel Jones. I don't think he's had any. I don't think he's been even healthy this offseason to be able to go out and run those routes and catch passes from Daniel Jones. So with Evan Ingram having difficulties, and shout out to Evan Ingram because he's been doing his thing this last couple of weeks, even though he's been someone who's lost his games. But with Evan Ingram not being on the same page as DJ and having all the reps last year, now we know part of that is because of Evan Ingram, but part of that is just because they weren't on the same page. So I'm hoping that Kyle Rudolph, when he comes back, he's on the same page as DJ. He's able to be in the right spot. And when I say right spot, you got option routes where you have to know what your quarterback is thinking. So hopefully he's going to be in the right spots, all the right places, in these short intermediate routes. Because if he's in the wrong spot or they're not on the same page, you're going to have some turnovers. You're going to have some big plays for the defense, that's going against us because these guys aren't on the same page. So I would like to see Rudolph be healthy enough to at least get a couple padded practices in, or at least some throwing in with Daniel Jones, because they have not had any experience together. And Rudolph said he should be ready by week 1. That's what the prognosis has been since March or February. But if he's not ready by week 1, I would rather him be out there after he's already caught passes, a significant amount of passes from DJ. So if that's not week 1, that's fine. I'm not really going to lose sleep over Kyle Rudolph not starting week 1. Just get him out there when everybody's ready to be on the same page and everybody's comfortable in the offense. But that's pretty much all I had. I should be making another video probably later today after practice to see what happens today. Maybe we'll see another touchdown from KT. But nothing much other than that. Saquon is finally off the PUP list. He should be ready for week 1. If you made it this deep into the video, come on, just hit the subscribe button. I make Giants content primarily, draft content secondarily, and during the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of reacting to pretty much most of the NFL games and everything NFL. So if you made it this deep, go ahead and join the D6 squad.